The average cost of living in America is about $38,000 annually for one adult. The average monthly expenses is around $3,200. This doesn't account for the cost of wanting to start a family, like getting married and having children. When you're thinking about the future with your significant other, children are always a topic that ends up being brought up. By the end of this presentation, you will better understand what the cost of bringing a child into this world would look like and how to better prepare yourself for the future. Today, to give birth to a child, you must account for the different costs needed. In the next few minutes, I'll emphasize the cost of complicated and uncomplicated births, the cost of doctor's appointments, and treatments to many health problems. When people are giving birth, most people are taken to the hospital. Some have what's called complicated births and others have uncomplicated births. Complicated births are also known as C-sections, and uncomplicated births are normal vaginal births. Now, when a woman has a C-section, she can't go back to uncomplicated birth. She has to continue having C-sections. The average cost for an uncomplicated birth in America is about $14,000 without health insurance. But with health insurance, it brings the cost down to about $6,900. If a woman was to want to use epidural during her labor, it would add about $2,000 to the cost. Now, the average cost of a C-section is about $26,000 without health insurance, and with health insurance, it brings it down to about $10,000. Now, every woman has doctor's appointments before labor, and these are also known as prenatal checkups. It is recommended that a woman has about 12 prenatal checkups before labor. This is to make sure you and your baby stay healthy during your pregnancy. Prenatal checkups can range from about $90 to $500 depending on how much your health insurance covers and if you have any ultrasounds during these appointments. After labor, a woman is recommended about 7 appointments within the first year of their child's birth. The average cost without health insurance is about $95 per visit, and with health insurance, it can range from either $10 to $30 per visit. Now, during your prenatal checkups, they want to ensure that you and your child are healthy and have no underlying health problems. Some common health problems that can be found in a woman would be anemia, which is when your body doesn't have enough red blood cells. This can happen for many different reasons. Some of the more common reasons is that your body doesn't make enough red blood cells, or that you're experiencing excessive bleeding so your body can't replenish enough red blood cells. You can take iron supplements, B12, and vitamin C to help prevent the possibility of having anemia. And if this isn't taken care of, you are more likely to have a premature birth, which can lead to arrhythmia. And arrhythmia is an irregular heartbeat. Another common health problem would be a UTI, or urinary tract infection. This is a bacterial infection in the urinary tract. You have to let your doctor know if you have any symptoms or if you're sure that you have a UTI, so they can provide you with the antibiotics needed to treat it. And the last most common health problem that a woman has during pregnancy would be hypertension, which is just a fancy word for high blood pressure. You need to talk to your doctor before if you experience high blood pressure or if it runs through your family. To get this taken care of, it's usually medication, and if it's not taken care of, this can cause preterm delivery, which is an early child, or a small infant for age, or in most severe cases, it can cause an infant's death. The cost to take care of some of these health problems, for anemia, it's about $18 to $500, depending on how severe it can be. A UTI can range from $10 to $60, and hypertension medication is about $400 per year. Now, there are not as many health problems in a fetus as there are in women during pregnancy, but if it was to have one, it would be very severe compared to how severe a woman's health problem could be. One of the more common ones that they experience is arrhythmia. Arrhythmia is problems that affect heart rhythm, and the more common one would be supraventricular tachycardia, which is just a faster heartbeat. Arrhythmia isn't always severe, but if your doctor does suggest that your child has arrhythmia, you should go and see a fetal cardiologist to ensure the safety of it. And a child can develop many more problems that are mostly treatable after birth. So you should be prepared to pay the prices for it, but you shouldn't be worrying about it until that time comes. In conclusion, having a child can range from many different prices depending on your situation. The cost of having a child varies on multiple different aspects, but we should be prepared to take the right steps to ensure financial stability and a healthy environment for our family. Bringing a child into this world can be a burden on some people financially, but to be able to bring another life into this world and bring them loads of joy every day makes it all worth it in the end. Thank you.
Questions from the audience?
Do you know where the U.S. is ranked on healthcare? Or do you know like what country is the best in terms of healthcare?
I have no clue.
Okay. I was just wondering because I know it's like it changes
Yeah,
every year.
it changes a lot. I know that.
Do you know much about preeclampsia during pregnancy?
I don't know much
I don't
about it,
know
but
much either.
I have heard about it, yeah.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you for,
Oh, sorry, I
oh, go ahead, go right ahead.
So why did you choose this topic? Like why?
Well, so I have a lot of people in my life that had struggled financially after birth, and back my senior year in high school last year, I did a project over it in my anatomy class, and it was so I could help create easier, just like ideas was the project. So my idea was to create a way for women to get the help they needed for a cheaper price, like especially if you have a lot of heart problems or if the baby has heart problems. And it's just something like I love talking about.